So we know Manchester City are looking for a creative midfielder after Kevin De Bruyne was ruled out for several months. Lucas Paquetá was an initial target, but their focus has now switched to a player with a slightly different profile to the Brazilian. Now, Nunes had an underwhelming first season at Wolves with just a single goal and an assist. But when you look at his stats from his last season in Portugal, which was by far the best campaign of his career, it tells you a huge amount about his strengths, especially when it comes to his dribbling ability. That season he formed a brilliant partnership with João Palhinha, who's now excelling for Fulham. He's got many strengths, but his trademark is his ability to take on midfielders and his ball-carrying ability. In that season, more dribbles than anybody else in the top Portuguese league, which is quite incredible for a central midfielder. We saw some of those driving runs against Manchester United in Wolves' first game of the season, and during his last season in Portugal, Pep Guardiola described him as one of the best players in the world after Manchester City played Sporting in the Champions League. But from a Wolves perspective, after spending £38 million on him last summer, they struggled to find the best way to use him, not least because of the midfielders they already had at the club, the likes of João Moutinho and Ruben Neves. And when you look at where he's played for Wolves over his time there so far, you can see they've really struggled to find a position for him. 4 different managers, and he's played in even more positions, really. Steve Davis, he was an interim charge after Bruno Lage left before Julian Lopetegui came in. He admitted himself he found it difficult to know where to play him. So under Bruno Lage, he played in more central areas, and then Lopetegui came in, utilising more on the wings. The one issue of playing him slightly further forward is you take away one of his biggest strengths, which is driving into space. He's best when he's carrying the ball from deep with the game in front of him. So if he was to join Manchester City, you could see him starting alongside Rodri rather than playing in a number 10 role or out wide. But that versatility is definitely something that which will appeal to Pep Guardiola, which is why he probably wants him so much.